I'm not afraid to admit I've been had. How about you? I have been had. Hell, even the great Martin Luther King admitted he had been had. It's a long-standing phrase that they refer to when they speak about Martin Luther King. Yeah, he had his speeches, great. But one of the last things he spoke about was a quote. And the quote went like this: I have led my people into a burning building. Of course, it was more around that. And although it's in context, but in the whole of it, he basically admitted he had been had. Can you admit it? Or are you not as much as great human being as Martin Luther King? See, me, I can admit it. I have been had. In that sense and others. You see, the people, the forces that run this earth have been doing so thousands of years, gathering knowledge, hoarding knowledge, putting out misdirections, miseducation all around. And that process didn't even start with them. It was going on before them. See, the unquenchable thirst for power didn't just start. So many people believe these illusions and deceptions. It all is. I don't care what you're talking about, where it's from. It's time that we fortify a real foundation to our existence. And we can't do that by continuously building on faulty foundations. But it's so hard to let go of the past. It's so hard to let go of my programming. When do we unplug? When do we say, man, I have been had? And you know what? I'm through with that. Is it so hard? I used to follow religions. I don't discredit them or say it's no truth in them now. I understand, understand, however you want to put it. I understand the purposes of religions. See, I use plural, purposes with an S. Let's go down in there. But first, this is Foundation for Elevation Station. And it's your beloved brother named Leon Meredith, right here in the happy place. Woohoo! I had to break happy out behind me. Happy. Yeah. Cleveland, Ohio. Birthplace of the new kingdom. I see religion for what it is, and I hope to help you. A small disclaimer: ignorance is bliss. If you wish to stay under the guise of religion and it's only one God and all, you want to hold on to those beliefs, I encourage you to come back on another video. Although I'm not going to go in depth, I will paint a quick, nice little picture. Like, oh man, that's the families that have been running things on earth have been doing so thousands of years. And they structure and have their scientists and their team program every imaginable part to our existence. from the food, entertainment, educational system, even hip hop, even latest trends, even the way which we date, how they promote it in there, how they get men to give to women any way possible. Y'all remember that Trickin' Fest where they, encourage men to throw money in the club, drug dealers and rappers and stuff, or successful men to go throw money. That's just a part of sharing. See, we see these guys' future. We see these guys. The guy from Miami Dolphins, the football player. I can't call his name right now. But we see these successful men have a lot of women pregnant by them. And we think that, oh, this is just a foolish man. I think it's quite the opposite. They're intelligent and they have made it to this position. And I believe that the powers that be work their different hands, these powerful families work their different angles to guide these men into doing what must be done. That's spreading the wealth. You can't go and just believe that you're going to prosper and do these things yourself. Some men, they are guided into marriage. And most of the time, they're guided into arranged marriages, for which they have to split the finances or give them a certain degree of leverage, and it is what it is. Most of us don't understand that this world we live in, especially in America, is governed. It is a matrix. It is a simulation that must be governed 24/7. I don't know how else to explain it. And I want to say this to religious. You believe that religion doesn't lie in that structure, in that programming. It quite obviously does. You look at the government, these systems, the United States Treasury, the banking system, like it all works hand in hand. So you think the drug game is linked to the government, is linked to the CIA, is linked to the marketers of music and penitentiaries, and so you just believe that, okay, religion stands alone. Like, this is righteous. I mean, and I'm not discrediting. Just like I ain't discrediting the church. I mean, the government. But the truth of the matter is, it's time for the structures to crumble. If you love me, if you love the true God, you have no choice but to love me. Confirmation. I'm coming up trying to save you. Like, I ain't even on joke time too much, just a little bit. I'm coming to save you straight up though. It stands true mostly. I am joking a little bit, but I'm coming to save you. Save you from an enslaved, locked down way of thinking. We are entering a point for which the systems of today are crumbling. The one true God will be risen. It's being risen in all of us. And it's important for us to be aware and hear the trumpet, hear the call. And this is one of them. This is a call to have you recognize the questioning of self. Are you being had? Who am I really serving? Okay, okay. I know I want to ask everybody, like, we are not created equal. That's quite evident. But do we always just look towards something that sounds good, makes me feel good? This is the only way that it's directing me, gains my attention. If it makes you feel good, is that usually something that's beneficial? Or is it just a feel? Think about it. Is it just a feel? Oh, I feel good. What about exercising? Pumping muscles? No, that stuff hurt. That's pain. Quite frankly, we understand that if it feels good and gives pleasure, it's probably two things. It's deceptive and distraction and just a pleasure addictive elements to it. Whether it's a cheesecake, it makes you feel good, right? Drugs, it makes you feel good, but tell me any real tangible positives in it. Straight up. We gonna keep it real around here. Tell me. Even with indulging in sex, what does it mean if it's not a true connection? All the time I try to make true confections. Well, not all, but most of the time. If I had sex 100 times in my life, 95, 97 of them, I was trying to make a real connection. Although most of my life I had no clue how to make that connection. It was just the energy, like, yeah, I want to still be here. I want to only do this with you, and no matter who it was, that's the way it was with me. It's like, man, I want this to be me and you. Not so much I just want to love you and no, I just want to connect in life with you. But nowadays we have overindulged with sex. It's like we over sexualized, and it has got to a point that we have become cold-blooded addicts. And now our mind, our mental, and our spirit can't even, operate on the level of purity anymore. It's when every time we go out the house now, it's like, look at that ass. Hey, how you doing, Miss Parker? It's so good to see you. You see that right there, man? It's like this is taking up so much of our energy, and guess what? These powerful families been prescribed it. And we just taking it like, shit, that's what we do. We humans, man. We need to get money. And we don't understand that we have been impregnated with this programming. Can't do nothing without money. We need that. Man, they done put that in us. Straight up. And now that's all it is. When do we recognize that we have been had, that we have been programmed? Like, literally, we are being used to such a level that is above most of our subconscious. What they say, 85% of us? 85% of us have no clue that we being programmed, or we are so deep in the addictions of the program that it don't matter. Yeah, I know, man. Have it pass me that, man. Taking pills. I got people I just been dealing with. It's just so, and And you know the ones that get me the closest to the core of my heart is the spiritual community. Because the spiritual community is so close, but they messed up, especially on sex and drugs. They is just so, man, sex, and this is how they stay afloat. They, use people and do bad things to get money and leverage money, even take people's lives for insurance. Like, it is deep. I know ain't about this, but this is what's going on. We have been programmed into this, and we can't break the addictions. People find out what you love, and they gonna tweak you. And that's one of the main things that's going on in society. We trying to tune you in to a certain frequency of usage. I love you. It is, what's going on is we are being had, but on the same hand, it is such a degree of deception and intelligence, and like just so intertwined, that these families, these elites they are so advanced, and it's beings over them that is way advanced. Frankly, some of them teaching our elites how to, move forward in the development of humans. Oh, I'm getting kind of deep now. I ain't mean to go there in this. Catch my other videos. I love you. It's okay. It's okay to admit, man, I've been had, man. Damn, I've been had, man. I'm changing my ways, man. Let me get on my knees and pray. Hold on, man. Well, if you pray like me. Get to one knee. Hold your heart contained in your spirit and vibrate. And make sure you breathe like you're doing yoga, like you're doing breath work. Breathe deep. Let the roar of the vibration from your core help you vibrate within your prayer. The one true creator, the essence, is far away from here right now. So you got to make it deep, to dig down deep to where he at, because he's buried under all this programming, all these addictions. You gotta vibrate to bring him out. I love you. Peace. Bring the demigod out.